Hello everyone, hope you all are doing good. Just a few days back on my Instagram account, I shared a post of these yummy and tasty veggie noodles, and many of you actually requested for the recipe. So this week on my channel, this recipe just for you. So first, let's get started with boiling the noodles. Always remember, while you're boiling the noodles, don't overboil them. For me, 2 minutes of any noodles, boiling them, it's more than enough for the noodles. Don't do it more than that, otherwise your noodles would be soggy and you would be blaming me. But remember, I told you. Once you drop the noodles, stir them nicely with the help of a spatula. I'm just using my chopsticks because it was very handy. The agitation will make each strand separate and they'll not stick to each other. I'm boiling these noodles only for 2 minutes. In the 2 minutes, I have just kept 1.5 minutes in the stove and 30 seconds just to settle it down. And then strain it properly and put it aside. Before you start stir frying the noodles, you should make sure everything is ready by your side. You can use any vegetables of your choice. I'm using carrots, French beans, bell peppers and some corn. So first start with peeling the carrots and then I'm just chopping them into matchsticks. Some nice skills, you see. You can cut the vegetables however you want, but this just looks good and more appealing, and that's why I just cut it in matchsticks. And to give it a nice texture, the cuts should actually match with the main dish you're making. I'm also doing same with the bell peppers, just chopping them in large slices. You can use some mushrooms if you got some. You can also use some zucchini if you want some, but I don't have mushrooms, unfortunately. I would love to use some shiitake mushrooms or some button mushrooms in this recipe, but I don't have it available. So just using some bell peppers and then French beans. So I'm making very long pieces for the string beans or the French beans, whatever you say it. This is also called the diamond cut, some do call it, but most of all, it should be long enough that it looks more appealing. Now for the sauce, I'm taking 1 tablespoon of sesame oil, 1 tablespoon of white vinegar, followed by 1.5 tablespoon of soy sauce. I'm using dark soy sauce. You can use light and dark both or any of them. That's alright. And give it a nice stir. The wok has been heating for some time. I'm adding some canola oil in it. If you want to use peanut oil, you can use that. If you want to do entirely in sesame oil, you can do that either. Or you can use any oil of your choice. In goes the carrot, followed by some string beans or French beans, and I'll stir it for some time. Again, whatever the hard vegetables you're using, always use them first or fry them first because they need to tenderize a little bit. Now add the bell peppers, followed by some green chilies and give it a nice stir. It should be cooked partially. You don't want very well cooked vegetables in your noodles. It should be crunchy. Now I'll be frying the vegetables for about a minute, no more than that. And always remember the heat should always be at the highest because you need that char grilled flavor in your noodles. In goes the noodles. Followed by the sauce that we prepared. You can also add in any extra ingredient you want to add at this time and the seasonings. So we'll be frying it for some time. I'm not using any extra salt because remember I added salt at the time of boiling the noodles and soy sauce has considerable amount of salt. So I would always suggest you to give it a taste before you add salt, like any salt to this dish. Some freshly ground black pepper. And now give it a nice toss or stir or use your spatula, just mix it all them together. And next I'll be adding some sweet corn to it. They are already pre-boiled sweet corns I'm adding into it. You can add it in the previous stage while you are frying the vegetables, but I prefer the kind of freshness of the corns, so I need a different texture on my dish. That's why I'm adding it at the end. Now all you need to do is to fry it for just about another minute or so and your noodles is ready. It can't really get more easier than this, guys. It's the easiest and you can make it in just no time. You can make this recipe and have it on its own as a snack, And you can also have it as a meal. You can make for lunch, for even brunch. That goes very well. And as always, if you like the video, do not forget to like, share and leave your comments below. Now do give this recipe a try, and I'll see you next week.